Hello, yes. Hi to every one of you that is listening to this audio. I want to share with you a little bit. I want to give this information to you, and I want to make a contrast between two individuals that I came across the other day. Um, it is between a white male and a African American. Both of them security guards. Both of them with a patrol car. And the reason why I'm doing this is because every person that resonates with these words and with this vibe or with this energy should consider the following. You all know that this is the end times. Everybody knows the energy is changing, and that is written. It's the cosmos aligning, and this is the time that is called the Great Awakening. This is the moment where people have the opportunity to get an update, to get an actualization in their conscience, in your conscience, just like when you do an update on your phone. When there is a new version on the Microsoft, right away you go and update it because it would work better, it will be faster, more efficient, and in some cases it has extra or other functions. You don't hesitate when it comes to that. Why? Because it's for the best. So it shouldn't be a problem for you to actually, decide and get the update today, in this hour, in this moment, this time. Because it only happens at certain moments like this, like today, like now, and you all know that. So don't debate it. Hey, this is with much love. I am doing the best of my capacity to provide this information to you. And so, if there is some words that I am not able to pronounce, hey, I have to be realistic and say that I do miss practicing English. It's been 3 years that I've been speaking in Spanish only. Prior to that, I would speak English on a daily basis, but it's been quite a while, so maybe. Plus, it was my second language. But when I said maybe, is I might sound a little rusty. So this is like a little polish for myself and a little polish for yourself. In the other hand, what I want to state here is the difference between two men. One that is immoral and one that is moral. The African American, his name is Leo, and much love for him. My peace I give to you, Leo, and you are a genuine, kind person, a human being that has principles, that has morals, good virtues, and that quality is in every person that knows between the bad and the good, that knows the difference between evil and not evil, like the light and the darkness. Leo, you are from the light. You are a genuine person with a kind heart. You understand when somebody is a victim of injustice, and you comprehend that a person that does good should not be deprived from liberty, should not be stopped from doing the good things. It shouldn't be a problem for any person that wants to help another being to grow. And you understand that clearly, and you don't oppose that. Instead, you agree, and you also understand that the enemy, the evildoers, the people that are in morals and practice inequity, you understand that they, instead of like respecting the sovereign law, they go against it. They deny it. They deny it, and it bothers them. It frustrates them. It gets them out of control. It stops them from doing their manipulation. It stops them from acting according to their own principles that go against what is right, against what is fair. And they feel not strong anymore. They feel not important anymore. They feel weak. Why? Because they are used to always impose, to always force, to always demand, to always use violence, to always belittle people, to always step on people, to always um, get it their way, to always shut people, meaning that meaning that they only feel good when they do this inequity, meaning that they only feel strong when they do it over and over, when they do what's bad, when they oppress people, when they like use racism and isolate people and treat humans like if they are without a heart, like if they don't feel pain, like if they don't feel suffering, like if they are robots. They believe that what they do is right, but they also know that that is wrong, except they're not responsible, except they don't want to accept it. They consciously practice that and do it over and over again. When they evade the morals of God, when they evade the light, automatically they are accepting it. Automatically they are saying, I hate that. Oh, that bothers me. Oh, that provokes me, um, like wanting to vomit. It makes me sick. It disturbs me. It gets me out of control. When somebody is not centered, when somebody is not focused, when somebody is not organized in their thoughts, they no longer are able to be um, they're no longer able to be effective. They're no longer able to be as strong. So meaning that they were never strong, meaning that they were never good for that position, meaning that they are committing transgression, meaning that they are failing to their oath, meaning that they are not prepared, meaning that they are not capacitated and they are not trained. They're not physically trained. They're not brave. They're cowards. They're not mentally strong. They're not mentally trained. They're not. They're not capable to do their job. They're not capable to do it how it's supposed to be done. They're not capable of doing the right thing. Why? Because for a long time, such people that are in morals, they have practiced what is bad. That is why they cannot start doing the good. But you, Leo, you have my respect. God is with you. Don't ever doubt that. Because you were sent by my Father as an angel to let me know about the iniquity of the white guy. I don't need to know his name. When somebody is arrogant and prideful, boastful, like the white guy, such people will no longer be able to stand firm. They will not continue doing their evil practices. Why? Because their arrogance has led them into a big pit, into a, a vanity, a great vanity, where there is no escape from it. And now they're falling. They feel it. They feel it. They're afraid. They are scared. They don't know what to do, and they are looking for any fact, any factor, any reason, any motive to use against the people that do good. It's like 24/7. 24/7, they have to be monitoring, they have to be thinking, planning, watching, and that is stressful. That is stressful. That gets people sick, and when people is sick, they become extra weak. Well, that is what they were looking for. That is what they are demanding. And I am here to give the payment to any individual that has done the bad. And it's not God that is a monster. It's not God that is not fair. God is the mirror. God is the open book. And they all know that in the mirror, when they see themselves, they see their reflection. And if something is not right, like their gear, is not put on right, they adjust it so it can look good. Maybe their hair is not combed right, so they fix it. Well, why is it that they are not fixing themselves? Why is it that they're not seeing the reflection? Because there is a great tale on them. Because there is so much injustice that they have committed that now they're not brave enough to confront and to examine their own beings, their own conscience. It's accusing them every day. And that's why there is no peace. And that's why they are feeling like sick or tormented. That's why they are out of control. So, who is the one who wanted all this? God? No. God is only going to show them their reflection. God is only going to use all their actions, all the acts, bad deeds that they did, all the injustice and oppression and extortion that they have committed. God is only going to bring it to its memory. It's only going to put it right in front of their faces, right in front of their themselves, and it's gonna show them who is wrong. Who is wrong is them, because God is perfect. God has never committed an error. He is perfect. And it was established that in this time, people was going to act like this, was going to uh, be boastful, was going to walk on their own belief, on their own reasoning, on their own intelligence. But there is no intelligence within them. You do have intelligence. You do have intelligence, Leo. You do. You are wise. Because instead of you acting as the white patrol guy, you acted different. You showed respect. You didn't hide what the other guy said. Instead, you came and you didn't let me know. You said, I respect you because you understand that what I'm doing is good. So it's like ignorance when somebody tries to like bribe or goes after somebody that only wants to heal the hearts, heal the conscience, heal the body, heal the mind, heal the brain, and the whole inner self of a being, to restore it, because everybody knows the information, and that is knowledge. And knowledge is power, but wisdom, it's excellence. And everybody knows that somebody without wisdom is not a contender against another person that has knowledge but also has wisdom. Or for example, if we would put two guys, one has a lot of knowledge. He has a lot of knowledge. Knowledge is information, and knowledge is to know how things work and to understand and also comprehend what they are for, and comprehend what they can do and what they can't do, or what they are used for, or what they are not able to enforce. And the other being has a little bit of knowledge, not too much. The, the guy that's letter A, went to college. So he, did study a lot of years and graduated. But the other guy, he only went probably 2 years of high school and didn't graduate from high school. But he has divine wisdom. We all know that the wisdom cannot be found anywhere here on earth. But it sure does. It comes from a source, and everybody knows that it comes from God, because only God is the revealer of all things. It's the restorer of all beings. It's what restores your memory, your conscience, your reasoning, and your ability to acquire new interpretations, to see solutions in a different angle, or to advise from a different perspective, or to clarify a topic, a problem, or a situation from another angle. Being able to see past the surface and showing with facts, showing with well emphasized words, yeah, being organized, so they will not sound like vain words, so they will not sound uh, uh, like weak. Instead, they will be strong, they will be like fire, it will be like a sword, it will be basic but very potent, very heavy, very penetrating, very very constructive, very very profound, like very deep in a critical thinking before giving the verdict, before giving an answer, before uh, 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 responding as a counterattack, or before compromising their moral thinking against a person. Okay, they have the competition. The guy that has a lot of knowledge thinks that he's gonna win, thinks that he got it all under control. He boasts and he is laughing, makes fun about the other guy, and then it says all kinds of jokes. He feels so confident, he feels so secure of himself that he's got it. The other guy is no competition. That the other guy, it's a loser, and that is, it's a nobody that um, he's gonna eat it right away. He's gonna finish it quick. He's gonna demonstrate that he is right in what he is saying because he is, you know, convinced. In his own little mind, he has convinced himself of having this higher concept of himself. He really did convinced, he is really persuaded that he is better, that he is more capable, and that he should be the one leading, and that he should be the one with the opinion, that he should be the one, with the strategy, because what he thinks is always right. Those people think that they know it all, but they don't know. They don't know it all. They only believe and they only think that they do, but they don't. The other person is not boastful. The other person is just right there. He's just waiting with his little knowledge. He feels, confident. He feels sure that, that he can do anything because he puts faith first, because he believes in God, because he is not alone, because it's not about what he has. It's not about, being prideful, but about being humble, about recognizing and respecting the higher authority that by faith it will always be with him, and that it will always give him the answer, the way out, and the counter attack to finish that big fish that thinks that he is, but he isn't, with only one true, with only one sentence. Yes, with only one tactic. He will just go in, execute it, and he will crush it. He will crush it. He will finish it. He will destroy it. He will take it down. He will put the arrogant guy in his place. He will show that humbleness is greatness, and to be great, there is no need to be showing off, but there is a need to make it clear and to state it. There is a need to put it in its place. There is a need to demonstrate that it's not about knowing a lot of knowledge. And I'm not saying that don't get knowledge. Yes, go ahead and get knowledge, but also get wisdom, because it's not about knowing too much. It's about knowing how to use what you have. When somebody has wisdom, they have their thoughts are organized. Their thoughts are well organized. So they know what they have, and they know how the enemy comes, how they approach, how they are, and they have clearly studied because they see everything from a higher perspective, from another angle, and from different angles. But the other guy is blind, so he's not gonna use his ammunition like nuts. He's not gonna use it like an ignorant person. He is gonna watch with patience, and when the perfect time is, he will grab just one. Let's say uh, one bomb, right? And he will throw it and destroy it completely. Why? Because he is waiting for that specific moment. But the other guy acted all crazy and he goes, you know, he thinks that he's got it because he's got all this ammunition with his knowledge, and he starts firing and throwing missiles and from different angles and thinking, and that's how he's gonna conquer. No, see, because he's not thinking right, because his thoughts are not organized, he's missing all the time. He misses all the time. He don't hit the target. So what happens to that guy? He runs out of ammunition, and then he becomes, stressed. He becomes uh, um, uh, out of like control. He loses his peace. He loses his security. He loses his confidence, and he starts reacting. And once he starts reacting, it's over. He ends up, like giving up or getting killed, because now he is not paying attention, because now he is not thinking. He is just reacting. And to react, it's it's a sign of a weak person, of an ignorant being, of somebody that is not smart, and of somebody that is not wise, somebody that has clearly demonstrated his incapacity, or his, like, scarcity of intellect, or of analyzing or tactics. His poorly analyzed what is it moves, poorly analyzed moves. His moves were like very poorly analyzed, meaning that he's got no brain, meaning that his senses are not good anymore. His senses are not trained, and his senses are not really armored. His senses are not really like disciplined to obey the command of the higher authority. Instead, they're out of control, and they are now bouncing and hitting each other. And when you are like that, or when a person is like that, well, it's already dead. It's already dead, because instead of him having control about or on his senses, that he should be the one, managing and being in control of the words that he would, throw or say. But now it's like the words are controlling him, and then his senses are controlling that guy. So that, it's like he kills himself. It's like he destroys himself with his own words, because the other guy with his wisdom will make war with a wise direction, because he's gonna see that he is out of control. He's gonna see that he lost his ammunition. He's gonna see that he is now not thinking right, that he's out of control, and that will be facts of the enemy to use and put it over his head, not really having to use his own ammunition. Why? Because he is not there to show off. He only wants to demonstrate the difference between the two philosophies, between the two minds, between the two types of men. Because every person that is fair, right, and just, every person that has the qualities of the virtue, is brave. It doesn't panic. It doesn't be in fear. It does not feel scared. It's always calm. It's always like in control. He is in control. That's why you always see them like in silence, watching. It doesn't mean that they are not able to speak. Yes, they are able to speak. They just don't open the mouth all the time. They just don't, open the mouth just because they have one. No, they know that they have one mouth to speak words, but when it's necessary, or when they need to defend themselves, or when they need to make it clear. That's what the mouth is for. And the reason why they know that and they control that is because through the mouth is how the creation, or mankind, or men, or a man gets destroyed with his own words. It's his own words that judge him. It's his own words that condemn him. So the wise guy knows that the mouth has the power to, or the tongue, but the tongue is in the mouth, has the power to kill or to give life. So he don't want to say a word that is gonna be used against him. He don't want to condemn himself. Therefore, he is not competing. I said as an example in the beginning, but he is not there with the intention to compete. He's never thinking that way. He's never, feeling excited about wanting to demonstrate that he is better than the other person. No, he is there because there there is no other option. Because the prideful guy went to go look for him, went to go bother him, went to go um, try to shut him up, went to go try to scare him, went to go and found fear in the guy that practices the moral. So what would you do when you are minding your own business, doing no harm, just doing what's good, and being yourself? What would you do? Obviously, you would, defend yourself, because nobody else is gonna go, oh, hold on, I'm gonna defend him, I'm gonna speak for him. Nobody. Even if there was 1,000 people there, when somebody asks a question to a specific being, the others they move to the side. The others, they stay quiet. So now it's like just the guy that is being asked the question is there. All of a sudden, everybody disappears, and they walk away. They abandon him. They leave him alone. What? So that's the reason why a person should be prepared, should be well armored, and being alert, not asleep. It should be woke and not dead. It should be alive and not like falling apart already. No, it should be pretty much all terrain, all terrain. But in order to be all terrain like a soldier, like the special Black Ops, or Navy SEALs, or the Green Berets, or the Rangers, those like teams that are like composed of seven men, seven elements. All of them are prepared to do everything. Every soldier in the team knows everything. They could be in any position, and they are ready. If one goes down, they are ready because they have been trained to fulfill the position or act as two, and they move their tactic. They change their plan, the way to attack or defense. Everything changes, but they are ready for that. It's like plan B. They are ready, because if they're not ready, well, if one goes down, everybody will die. So that's how a human being needs to be, like a tree that's planted by the river, or like a building that it has a good foundation, that it has a good fundament, that it has columns way deep in the ground. So when like tornadoes come, or like hurricanes, or when earthquake, or a tsunami, or like when there is like these atmospheric rivers, or when there is like hail, when there is like a rain of hail, and like big like balls of snow that are hard like ice. They kill people, they destroy buildings. If that building has a good foundation, that building is not gonna fall down. If men, since the beginning, would learn the principles, the morals, which is the foundation, which is the good stuff, then we will never see the fall of men. But now we see the fall of men everywhere. Why? Because when they are a child, they are like a sponge. But instead of like pouring water, they don't give him any water. So he gets older and he becomes a rock. They try to give water to that rock. The water slides. It doesn't absorb it no more. When a kid is born or when he is like 1 to 7, they learn everything. They are absorbing everything that they see. They believe that they can do it. They don't be thinking, I don't think I'm not gonna be able to do it. They don't think like that. They just believe, I can do it too, they say. Why? Because there is nothing that would impede a person to do something that they wish or they dream or their goals that they set. There's nothing that can stop a being from accomplishing their dreams. But if the person, when or if a being, when he is born and it's not educated right, it's not like shown the way, it's not shown the route, it's not equipped. When he gets older, he's not going to be strong, he's going to be weak, and the road is a very cruel road. It's hard. It will kneel you down if you are not prepared. If you're not prepared, you're not gonna have doors open. You're not gonna be able to compete because everybody is competing, and everybody, wants to take people out of a position, out of out of a position of job or relationships and anything. If the person is not founded right, it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. Why? Because it's weak. It doesn't have the columns that it needs in order to withhold those wild winds, those like fires, those tsunamis, those earthquakes, or sometimes water quakes, because there is cities that are built in the water, meaning that they are weak, like a weak structure. And there is a strong structure. It's two different, right? Two different sides. That's how man is. There is two different types of men. The moral is of God. Immorality is not of God. Moral is the thing that you practice every day of your life. And God always wanted His creation to practice His principles. Moral is to respect the higher authority, is to not steal, to don't take what is not yours, to not impose a belief upon somebody, to respect their belief, to help the need, and not just one, whenever you can, because to help is like me right now helping someone with this information, with this treasure. Yes, the people that are able to see the blessings and see uh, and admire the essential things that are invisible, like they're not significant, meaning that they are insignificant, like the air, right? People don't value that. People don't appreciate that. People are ungrateful with the air, and it's the most expensive when they come to this age and they gotta buy it. Air is expensive. They don't appreciate that blessing that they see. That is a treasure, and it's something is the element of the air that they need to stay alive, to be able to breathe. Because without that, they suffocate and they die. And people are not grateful about those little things that are the most important for a being. are the most important. So it should be, it should be valued, it should be appreciated, and not take it for granted. This is something that it would only be appreciated by the people that resonate with what I'm saying, with the people that feel this energy and understand all the injustice, all the oppression, all the scarcity, all the need, like people that are homeless, people that need food, people that don't have, a roof. There is millions of people like that, and there is millions of people that is with me, with Emanuel, that think the same, that believe in what I'm saying, that knows that what I'm saying is true. Why? Because they also have ears, they also have eyes, they also have a mind, they also have, senses, and they are able to use that. And people have a heart, so they also feel the pain of others if they are truly genuine and honest, fair, and just transparent, not being hypocrite, not being a two-face. Because when you are born, you only have one face. Why do you want to get a second face? No. People that have two faces are called immorals. Immorals. And people like authorities or like governors or mayors, those people that are in thrones of power, those people that say that they care about the community, about the people, and the fact is that they don't really care about the people. They only care about the votes, when they need you. But then, after you vote for them or you elect that person, they forget about you. They only care about their pockets. Now they only care about the security of their family, and the people that help that person to make it into the position of power are no longer alive for that person. It doesn't, you know, it, it's not it's his business anymore. It's it's not important anymore. But all of you were important when he needed those votes. That's the only time that he remembers you. But then after he is, in the position, that you no longer exist. It's like he forgot about you. So that is a two-face. That is, that is an immoral. That is, an abuser. That is manipulation. That is oppression. That is injustice. That is not right. That is blasphemy. That is of the world. That is not love. That is not love. That is not compassion. That is not uh, um, uh, grace. That is not feeling sorry about the people that sleep in the cold. That is like having no heart. So such people don't have hearts. They do, but their hearts are already like a rock. They don't feel nothing. Their soul is dry. Their soul is dead. And so they are really like beasts. They don't give a fuck about the people. They don't care, if they suffer, if they are in pain, if they are afflicted, if they are deprived from liberty. They don't give a fuck about that. And such people that are like that, they get away with all types of injustice. What is the difference between them and you that suffer all the consequences? There is no difference. So why such people have all types of privileges? Why they feel like they can do anything, and because they have the connects or the money or the power, they feel like nobody can touch them. Because if somebody disrespects them, oh no, it's like you're training them to like their life is in danger, and they move the whole city. They use all the authority to go after that being. What the fuck? That is a criminal. Those people are criminals. Those people are rats. They are not, really taking care of your security and of your peace. No, instead, they are making sure that you have no peace. Instead, they are making sure that you have no security. They are making sure that you stay out in a desolate area and die. Yeah, that's what they care about. They care about uh, um, they care about you know fulfilling their plans against a human being that is doing the good thing. Just take a look at what they did to Martin Luther King. Do you think that that was fair? It wasn't fair. But tell me, Martin Luther King was a coward or was he a brave man? Well, he was a brave man and a hero. Why? Because it takes guts, it takes courage, it takes, bravery to be able to say, fuck it. I'm not gonna stand, I'm not okay with this no more. No, I'm alive and I got a mouth. I'ma speak. Because if I don't do it, who is gonna do it? I don't see that somebody is doing it, but I do see all the cries of the people. I do see people saying it's not fair that he did that to me. It's not fair that he didn't believe me. He know that it wasn't my fault, but he still gave me a fee. He still gave me a ticket. He still took my car. He still, took me to jail when he clearly knew. And plus, he didn't let me say my side of the story. And so where are my rights? They say that they work, for the community, and they have forgot that their pay comes from you, the people, and they have forgot that they chose that position because it wasn't mandatory, it was voluntary, and they chose to put their lives at risk if it was needed. That's why they chose that position, and that's why they swore an oath. No, they only say that just to comply with the steps, but in reality, they only go and get that position because it's the easiest way to steal. It's the easiest way to be in a cartel, in a mafia type of organization, to make sure that people, don't have nothings and they get everything so they can have, a life of a king, so they can feel like they are better, and then they call themselves role model, and they say to themselves that they are doing the right thing. They're not doing the right thing. They're doing the wrong thing because they're not able to use their mouth to control a problem or a situation. Instead, they go and they take 30 officers and they take 30 agents, all of them with weapons, only to go get somebody. And when they go in with force, with violence, like breaking doors, windows. Yes, threatening people that if they don't come out or if they don't show, they're gonna kill that person. What, 30 against one? Even if the guy has a gun, what the fuck? You already agree that if it was, necessary, you would put your life to defend the people. But they don't do that. They kill people without uh, without what is it, a reason. Oh, I believe that you had a gun. There was no gun in many cases in the hands of those victims, and they are killed. Every example, that 30 officers shoot their gun, 30 bullets, and there was no gun in that guy. Just because somebody says, "Don't point at me because I have a gun," doesn't mean that the person has a gun. It's just like when they say, "You cannot be here. When I come back, you're not supposed to be here." That is manipulation. That is putting fear in people. So that people, the citizens, yeah, the people, the residents, they are able to use that tactic as well. But that doesn't mean that it's true. Because the officers, when they say, "When I come back, you're not going to be here," most of the times they don't go back. They only say that so you can feel afraid and you take off. That is a way to manipulate and to make sure that they are in control. And even if the guy had a gun, they don't have to fucking, if he kills one, well, at least one went down. And if the guy gets killed, Well, that was fair. But it's not fair when they all shoot at the guy and there was no gun. Those people that practice all of them, they cannot be, demanding you to answer to them, or telling you what is good and what is right, because they don't follow the Constitution. They have failed. They do not follow the Constitution. They have committed treason. They have committed all types of injustice. They are not prepared. They don't know the laws. They 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 don't have, the mind well trained. So they use arrogance. They demand. They be yelling at you. They be saying to you, "I'm the law. You answer. You're supposed to answer. How come you don't answer? Is there something in your car? Blah blah blah." That's manipulation. If somebody gets pulled over for a light, it's just a fucking light, and there's no need to be asking license, register for what? It's the light. Period. But they use that as an excuse, and now if the person, for whatever reasons, his license, registration is not there, and it don't have money, and it can't pay the tickets, and now it's only gonna get even deeper in a hole. How is that protecting the residents? How is that, making sure that there is peace? Because peace is in the mind of every being. Peace is in the mind of every being. But when they do that, they automatically take all their rights, and they make sure that he never gets to experience peace. Because what peace do people have inside walls? What freedom is that? What kind of life is that? It's them who's supposed to be incarcerated. It's them who's supposed to be in jail, and not the people that is not doing anything bad. People is making it check to paycheck, barely making it. So it takes about a strong and brave man to do this. And anybody that is willing to do that, because this is the time, fear me not. What are you going to stay there doing nothing? Look at Martin and Rosa Parks. They didn't give a fuck, and it was a time, where like people were literally in chains. They said, "Fuck it, I'ma sit in the front of the bus." Why? Because I don't want to, go to sleep, meaning that he will be buried, and know that my daughters and are gonna have to go through that. No, I'm gonna do everything that's in my hand, so my daughters are free. And look, it was worth it, right? Yes. Nobody believed them in the first place. No, because nobody, thinks that it is possible, because everybody is already used, and they think that is normal. That is normal to live like that. It's normal that they give you tickets. It's normal that they steal your money. It's normal that they, accuse you for whatever, that they say, and that is the truth. It's normal that you don't have no more rights no more to defend yourself. So that verdict that they give in court is not fair, and it's not just, because in order to get the right verdict, you need both sides of the story. But how can you make a fair verdict when you only fucking hear one side of the story, and the other side what? How the fuck is that a fair verdict? That is injustice. It doesn't matter if it's, if it's his fault or he did commit it. He still has a fucking heart. He still has the right to fucking say the side of the story. But in many cases, they take away all your rights, and there's a lot of people that are honest, and they are facing 30 years in a prison. That is destroying a family and destroying generations. And those people don't give a fuck about that. They don't care about that. They say that they do. That's bullshit. That is lies. That is not true. And that needs to stop. And this is the time.